Oh, listen to those rims. Good morning and welcome to yet another beautiful sunny but incredibly wet and windy and muddy Essex Sunday morning ride. So this morning's ride, there's no agenda for the video. The last couple of weeks have been filled with tips and bits of kit to wear and what to do over the winter. So today's video is just going to be a complete fun ride. No education whatsoever, just a purebred vlog with the usual weird banter, enjoying the sights, enjoying the sun and just trying to stay warm as ever.
You can change the triple directive Prong split on a bike. You can detect an Ultima 3000 sprocket rocket from 20 miles away. You don't know what a Manx cat is.
I know what a Manx missile is.
Oh,
That's more important.
That's what I meant. That's how this all started. Sorry, cat.
So yeah, it's fair to say there's still the usual ridiculous banter on the group ride this morning. So I'll say it's going to be a fun ride today. We have actually put Jimmy in charge of the route again, and we've had a few turnarounds so far.
Keep them guessing. No complaints so far. Magical mystery tour. That's it. Good enough for the Beatles.
So seeing as it's so wet this morning, luckily not raining, but the roads are absolutely soaked. It has brought up the conversation of which are better, disc brakes or rim brakes. Now I've got my view on it, and I've already heard Jimmy's rim brakes scratching the living hell out of his wheels. So what do you reckon? This time of year, wet, rainy and windy, rim brakes or disc brakes? Yeah, I got a flat. And I know it's going to be a pinch flat where I hit that pothole. Right, well I've had to stop because for the first time in a long time actually, I've got a flat. I've just hit a pothole and yeah, I've obviously got a pinch flat. So here we go, let's get that changed.
Should we time this one? So the clock says 8:38 and 16 seconds.
Right, Jimmy's decided to turn this into a race for some reason. And that one's too small, that's not a good start, is it?
What should it take, fellas? 3 or 4 minutes?
How long would it take you, Jimbo? How long would you take to...
My record is 28 minutes.
28 years.
It's in the 20s, put it that way.
What time are we on? Oh jeez, we're getting on for 10 minutes.
minutes. We call it 15 minutes.
15 minutes, yeah. There's today's content.
Here's how you change a tyre, slowly. Cheers, gentlemen. How many times have I got,
I know.
hey, are you home at the moment? Do you mind just popping across the road and just giving me a hand?
I'm a bit more subtle than that. It's more like...
He's not subtle in the slightest. Just wondering, do you know much about, you know I do, Jimmy, you know I know quite a bit. All right, it's just I'm doing this at the moment. My son's just said that I should call you. Well, that was my first puncture in a long time, so I can't really complain. And that one was entirely my fault. Too busy recording a video and went straight across a pothole. Ooh. Always good when you got mates there absolutely rinsing you. Sorry, I mean spurring you on. Yeah, 15 minutes is not the quickest time I've ever taken to change a tyre, but cold hands, cold fingers, what are you going to do? It's changed, that's the main thing. Right, back on with the ride. Still no idea where we're going though, because Jimmy's leading. So given that topic of conversation today, rim brakes over disc brakes, or vice versa, that puncture was probably quite apt, because one of the biggest arguments with disc brakes is how long it takes getting the disc back in the calipers once you need to put the wheel back on.
But absolute drama for Froome, as he has to have a neutral service. Oh, look at the difficulty trying to change that wheel there. What bad luck for Froome.
And I must admit, that is one drawback. I do concede that. However, in weather like this, Chris has already complained that his rim brakes feel a lot more spongy, having gone through a few of the puddles we've had to go through this morning. My brakes, still mint. Well, aside from a little bit of squeaking. I think I may have to clean them off later. But largely, disc brakes have got to be better than rims, surely.
You want some?
Just give your brakes a tweak again. Oh no, they're clean now, they're clean, you're right.
Clean as a whistle.
Chris, what's your view on rim brakes over disc brakes? You were saying that your rim brakes were feeling a lot more spongy.
Spongy today. I'd definitely have disc brakes if I could afford it. You know, when I looked for my bike, it was just about getting something reasonably decent for the price, so that if I didn't enjoy it, I wasn't too in debt, kept the wife happy.
Happy wife, happy life. So, all joking aside for a second, I know that... Oh, hang on, I know where we are. So we've just arrived at the Knoll, the little village green where Jimmy had to stop before and not check the route. Definitely didn't need to check the route. He just wanted to stop at a beautiful little village green, just to admire the beauty of it. Absolutely didn't get Google Maps out to figure out where we were going last time. So on a serious note, for disc brakes versus rim brakes, I know that disc brakes do weigh considerably more than rims. But from a personal point of view, in all other areas, disc brakes just win. They're better in the wet, they don't chew your rims up when it's dirty, especially if they're carbon rims, and they just work better. Come at me at that one in the comments. Oh, well, my turn, I guess. You gotta love this time of year. We've just had to stop because Jimmy's having another moment.
I love this road. You look left, nothing but green and fields. Straight on, nothing but trees. To the right, as far as I can see, you're just surrounded everywhere you look on this little bit of road. Love it.
Jimmy loves to stop to have a moment every now and then. And in fairness, it is beautiful countryside. I've said quite a few times before that Essex has some absolutely stunning views, so I can't blame him. So moving on from rim brakes versus disc brakes, another controversial topic of conversation today is how soon is too soon to be singing Christmas songs. I've been playing them since mid-September because I am Mr. Christmas. And we've had Jimmy singing.
I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. The greatest Christmas song ever. One for all the family joining in.
Oh, I won't go that far. I mean, it's clearly Elton John Step Into Christmas, but you know, we won't take that any further. But when do you start playing your Christmas songs? Because despite the fact that it's very sunny today, and it's not actually even that cold, it does feel like Christmas is very much on the way. At least it does for me, because I absolutely love Christmas. When do you start playing Christmas songs? When is too early? Are you one of those people who hates the songs being played in the shops and supermarkets from the beginning of November? Not me. I've even got my green and red Christmas colours on this morning. Christmas is coming. I was thinking last night, do I bring the gravel bike out today, or do I have one final ride out on my carbon fibre baby? Having seen the conditions that we've come out in today, I think this is definitely the last ride for this bike this year. This bike is now absolutely filthy, and these are no conditions for a carbon fibre bike. So yeah, this is definitely the last ride out for the year. So from now on, gravel bike all the way. We're up to 38 miles, so of course we've got Jimmy with us, so we need to make that up to 40. So we've got about a mile ride up to where we live, so it'll be a couple of laps around the housing estate, as ever. So for some reason, somehow, Jimmy's got an extra mile on his Garmin, which means I'll be doing an extra couple of laps around the housing estate to make up for it. How did that happen? Right, well that's me done. 39.9 miles by the time we get back home. That'll be a nice round 40. So 40 miles done today and back in perfect time as it has literally just started raining. We don't mind getting caught out in the rain, but we'd prefer not to if possible. My brakes, you can probably hear, are squeaking like Billy-O at the moment, so I'm gonna have to give this bike a good wash down at some point and clean those disc brakes up. And talking of disc brakes, get involved. Let me know in the comments, are you a die-hard rim brake fan or have you embraced disc brakes? Are you the new order? It's the way forward, I've got to tell you. I know it's a controversial subject, but for me, in this sort of weather, disc brakes are the way forward, and it was an absolutely filthy ride today, as the state of the bike will show you. So time to go and clean that down now and put it away for the winter, because next week I will be out on the gravel bike and then throughout the winter staying on the gravel bike, because it's a little more hardy. It's a nice aluminium framed bike. It's not going to get as damaged as my carbon fibre bike would, so yeah, out on the aluminium frame from now on. But thank you very much for watching as ever, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.
Feliz Navidad.
Prospero año y felicidad. Come on, Jimmy.
Is that the next
It
bit?
is, yeah.
What's the Happy New Year bit?
Prospero año felicidad.
Prospero años felicidad.
Close enough.